Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of Hip Hop Babies. I got my nigga Ray. I got my nigga AC with me.
Yes,
Boom, boom,
Sirski.
boom, boom.
Let's
You
get
know
it.
what it is. You already know.
Bow, bow.
Flocka.
Flocka.
Gun sounds never stop.
Hey, man, we back with
Woo.
another album review. This time we got Call Me If You Get Lost, you know what I'm saying, with Tyler, the Creator. Ooh.
Man.
Yeah, this has
Oh,
been I've been waiting on this one.
We really been waiting, and he only had 2 weeks of promo. 2 weeks of promo, 100K plus sales.
Mm-hmm.
Only Tyler could do that. This is Tyler's 6th studio album. It's a fucking masterpiece. It's hosted by DJ Drama. Y'all don't know. If you don't know, DJ Drama hosted Muscle Wayne's tapes. So Tyler got him on this because, he looks up to Wayne, and shit, I do too. And this is phenomenal. Where do we want to start?
I think a good place to start is what Ray was saying. Give us your take on Westside and his influence on Tyler. I mean, looking at the first track, bro. I mean, it seems to be pretty apparent.
A lot of these beats, I'm not gonna say they're old school by any means, but I think the way he does some of the samples and the way he does some of the rapping on this album, especially like the first maybe 2 tracks or something, maybe especially the first track, as you're saying, like that sample, I believe it was used on Westside Gunn's project. I forgot what song it was though. Do you remember what song it was?
I don't. I want to say it's on Pray for Paris though, but I cannot pinpoint that. But I'll figure it out. I'll try to find out.
But pretty much, I just think with this album, Tyler really said, "I'm gonna get back to my rapping form." After doing a few features, as we were saying, the one with Freddie Gibbs, which we love, and the one with Westside Gunn, which we're talking about. He said Westside Gunn motivated him to kind of get back into rapping, and I feel like you can feel that with some of this project as far as the energy and stuff. I feel like Tyler found a way to stay like Tyler, the Creator. Like you're still aggressive. You're still just talking shit, but you're doing it in a way that's more mature than how you used to sound. I feel like that had been missing from Igor and even Flowerboy, because Flowerboy wasn't that aggressive. I'm not saying he wasn't rapping on Flowerboy, but it was way more passive compared to Tyler's, especially like Cherry Bomb when that dropped, So
hey man, yeah, Westside, if he influenced this, I mean, you could sell, bro, because Westside is all about that shit about flaunting my shit, making you feel good when you listen to my music, like you feeling like that nigga right there. That's damn near what Tyler did on this album, bro. He really was rapping his ass off, and he's talking about, I'm buying shit to make myself feel better. Like I'm that dude. Like I just got money like that. Like I do whatever the fuck I want. I go travel when I want to. Like that's Sir Belladere. Like that's his whole thing on this album. Like definitely feels like some Westside Gunn influence for sure.
That was on Westside Gunn's Fly God is an Awesome God too. Michael Irvin.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
That was the same exact thing.
Yeah. And I think that, like songs like Corso, I love Corso because I feel like that was a great way, after the intro pretty much to get the album started. Like you're saying, buying things, he said he bought a boat so he could cry in the ocean because he'd rather, it's better to cry there. I just feel like Tyler, he's found a way to, it's crazy like you said, like selling 100K, 100 plus K. I think it was around 160. #1 album. Not really getting a lot of press. I feel like he does get some press, but it's not really crazy. He dropped a single, which was Lumberjack. I feel like that wasn't probably getting played on the radio that much. I mean,
definitely wasn't.
No, that's what I'm saying. So, got a bunch of cool features on here as I'm gonna get into. But Corso was a cool track to set the tone with no features besides, of course, DJ Drama popping up and.
Side note is Corso originally was supposed to have Rocky on the track. Tyler said this himself at a live performance. He said Corso was supposed to have Rocky on the track, and Rocky did not show up because Rocky was ghosting him. I don't know what's the situation between Rocky and Tyler now because Tyler just posted a picture with Rocky on Instagram. But Corso was supposed to have Rocky on the track, even
that would have been crazy.
Even though he was not on there, that was a killer track.
That's what I'm saying, killer. Right. And then you go Lemonhead with 42 Dugg, which I'm not gonna say I was worried about. But I was kind of like, well, out of all these features, I didn't know how he'd fit And I feel like he did a cool job. He did a really cool job. The beat. I think Tyler was saying on Twitter, this is like one of his like as far as like some of the moments from this album, this is one of his favorites because he loves to do that. He loves that upbeat Southern music. I feel like that fits that vibe. And I got that from this track. I don't know. How'd y'all feel about it? How'd y'all feel about 42 Dugg popping up on the Tyler album?
Really was surprised, especially when coming from what you were saying in the chat, right? Like he even Tyler had him spitting and stuff like that. So, I mean, I wasn't expecting much, but I don't know. I wasn't really gonna hate on him. I was gonna be going there unbiasedly and listen to it, and he did good. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, young turn nigga, I be fucking these hoes. I get it, I go. Yeah, he came in like
nah, it was good.
And speaking of the beats on this, I believe Tyler's still doing most of the production, if not all production. I mean, a lot of it. He still curates and makes sure it's all the sounds together. He directs. I don't know if he's still directing his music videos too. He probably still is. I mean, this man puts.
I feel like he has to be.
Yeah, this man he puts a lot of work behind his projects. You could tell. Because even the song "What's Your Name" with YoungBoy, so YoungBoy's hit or miss with me. I like some of his tracks. That man did not miss. The beat was awesome. Ty Dolla $ign, we know what's up with him. That was a banger. No wonder why that's getting a lot of play. Free YoungBoy.
Bro, hey, them beats though, it definitely has to be Tyler who's like, top producer on this thing because every beat on here sounds like a Tyler beat. Like he's got that
definitely
that certain thing about him where you just know that this is a Tyler beat. You've been listening to him for a while. And yeah, like you said about What's Your Name, bro. I did not expect NBA YoungBoy to be like my favorite feature on this whole damn album, but he definitely did kill that shit. And adding Ty Dolla $ign on the same track, bro.
That was crazy.
That's a cheat code. Like,
yeah,
we've been on this though.
Yeah, I mean, it the starting off the song, you look malnourished, like that was funny. And he
Get
said
some
like that,
bread.
yeah, like he said like on Twitter, he was just thinking of like a crazy pickup line, and like I said, that gave me old Tyler energy. I'm not saying Igor didn't have that. Of course, there's moments where I got reminded of old Tyler, but this album reminds me of Wolf. And I hear people saying Cherry Bomb, I hear people saying Wolf, I hear people saying it's a whole bunch of all his albums, but I really get a Wolf primarily in a Cherry Bomb, like some of the noisiness still. I feel like Tyler really likes that noisiness. It pops up on Igor. I mean, it's popping up on this album with some of the beats, I feel like. And I feel like, I don't know, man. I feel like he found a way to stay grounded because some of these features and some of the sounds he wanted to work with. But like then you got Lumberjack after What's Your Name, and that's getting right back to the aggressiveness. I feel like even the flow, like some of the tracks, he always has like some soft stuff or like some more weird soft stuff, and then he has the aggressive, like I said, Lumberjack. I love this track. I don't know how y'all felt about it when it was a single. I think we talked about it, but what do y'all think?
Well, I mean, if we're talking about, I'm not talking about Lumberjack as a track. I'm talking about how he mixes up the slower songs and he goes back into the grittier songs. I actually don't like that. So yeah, I didn't prefer that. He did it well though. He meshed it pretty well with the flow of the album, but I would have preferred him go like if he was straight vibing like
Sir
Balladeer. Yeah. I mean, I was like, I mean, that's how he set the tone. Like I was like, oh man, it's about to be nice. Like that. It was still nice regardless, but I wish he kept that whole vibe throughout the whole album.
Okay, so I mean, you would say that, but if he did not do that and he did like a half and half album, it would end up sounding like Scorpion, right?
It wouldn't have flowed.
Liked Scorpion. Scorpion was like a half and half album where he tried to do half rap, half R&B. I appreciate Tyler for trying to mix it up and flow the beats into one another and like kind of just give you like that. It was more like sudden, like the mood change was sudden. Like he would be having like on Massa where he's talking some like some real shit about like follow your dreams and shit like that, and then he would cut it and it would be some like hard ass shit about like him people trying to tie him down, like Twitter culture, internet culture trying to tear him down and shit like that. And it was just really sudden, and I appreciated that from the album because it just. I don't know. It wasn't that it flowed, but like the curtness of the change helped like, make the mood greater.
I feel what you're saying. It also matches Tyler's personality. I mean, the way he's sporadic, the way he talks about
right.
It,
that's true. Very true.
You think about it. I like it. He's been doing this consistently with even Cherry Bomb had some softer moments, and some of those songs are like I think some of Tyler's best songs, like Two Seater. Like amongst that noisy album, he always, or like Find Your Wings, like moments like that. Like he always finds a way to soften it and lighten up the mood. I feel like it works on this album because the beats already aren't that. I'm not trying to say he makes weird beats, but to some people he makes alternative weird beats. These beats are more grounded because, like I said, he's going for a more traditional hip hop sound. But it's still Tyler because if he's making the beats, you can still like we're saying, you can still hear that it's unique.
For sure.
And I get what you're saying though. Some people want a certain vibe throughout, but I mean,
he did it well though.
Yeah, I feel like What's Your Name wasn't even too crazy. It was, it was soft, but it wasn't too crazy. And then Lumberjack hit you right back, and you got Hot Wind Blows right after that with Lil Wayne. Shout out to Lil Wayne showing up whenever.
Occasionally, you get something like What's Your Name, and then you got Sweet, and I Thought You Wanted to Dance.
He always does that. Yeah, like, the combo songs. Yeah.
Yeah, the combos. I appreciate that you brought back the combos, like Beamer and Party's Not Over, Campfire type shit. That really brings me back to Wolf. But yeah, I like, you said other people were bringing up other albums. I think it's a culmination of all the albums.
Yeah, I see that.
This album is just a culmination of everything that he's done so far, and he's doing it to the best of his ability because he's really starting to hit his stride with his production and stuff like that. And we were talking about his production being so consistent. It's because he's always been going for the same sound.
Yeah.
And now he's finally able to do it. Like he was never able to do that back in the Wolf days. He was never able to make it so clean. So that's why, on Twitter, he's talking about how he doesn't like his old music and stuff like that because it doesn't sound how he wanted it to sound. But music now,
he even said Cherry Bomb he was still going through.
He was, and he said in the album that Cherry Bomb he was going through a phase, he's going through metamorphosis, and then when Flower Boy hit, he became the butterfly out of the cocoon, right?
And it's funny.
Now he knows.
It's funny because he said, what album was that where he said, I don't care what people say, as far as I know, I'm 4 for 4. Basically saying like Cherry Bomb was it. I think now he's looking back and he's like, yeah, I can see why people say that's a shaky album. Because it is. As a Tyler fan, it is. It was like a weird transition album. But I feel like ever since then, I mean, even Cherry Bomb, I like Cherry Bomb still, but ever since then, he's used that sound still, but just made it into the songs rather than the whole song being that. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Massa was dope. Running Up was a cool little like hype little like
bro.
Run It Up.
All right, man. We ain't gonna pass over.
Massa.
Well, both of them. I feel like Massa was just like about music critics in general trying to control how an artist moves and stuff like that. Like how he was switching up his sound from Cherry Bomb going on to something else, and people were still telling him they didn't like what he was doing. Initially Wolf and all that stuff wasn't getting a lot of play because it was so out there, right? And then he wants to switch up and go to Cherry Bomb and go more soulful, more blending genres and stuff, and people still weren't fucking with that. People were trying to like hold him down, but his legs long as a bitch, he's running away. He ain't gonna listen to you like that. Like that whole theme, that song was dope to me.
Tyler, I feel like he's always been critical on critics. Funny to say. He's always been on them, even Two Dope Boys back in the day. He's always had his opinion as far as like, I'm not gonna let someone else's opinion. And I think it's crazy to hear that because he's admitting it now, like I did to a certain degree. You could tell. He's even said like I was saying, as a fan back in the day, he would say, I want to win a Grammy, but my music is too controversial. It's too crazy. He was getting banned from countries. Like we're saying on songs where he's talking about getting canceled, before Twitter was really a thing like that. And he's I don't know how. I don't know how, and I'm thankful it's happened. But he's found a way to find a soft spot, like a sweet spot, as far as like being kind of crazy, but not really getting like called out for stuff because he already did kind of and got away with it. So
yeah.
I think he's doing a good job honing in like you're saying, his crazy side, which that's what we want artists to do. We want artists to have that side that they have, right? We don't want them to lose that. We don't want them to say, oh man, I can't do this and this and this, but this is who I am. He's done a great job of taking that crazy side and meshing it with, a little more of like a human nature side, essentially. Like it's softer so people can retain or listen to or gravitate towards, you know what I'm saying? But it's softer in the sense meaning that it's more available or eye catching, people grab interest more easier.
a lot of the stuff he's saying is, I feel like, has been normalized within, like, internet culture in general. So
Very true too.
a lot of the stuff that he's saying on these tracks are not, like, out as outlandish as they used to be.
Right.
Like on Manifesto, he's saying, little white bitch is gonna tell me what I gotta say, shut the fuck up. And I've been going to protests and donating the funds, call me a coon by your standards and shit like that.
Yeah, like you're not even really, you're just doing it because it's a fad or a phase. Like we were saying,
exactly. Like he's really
came and went.
really on that shit. So
And I feel like with shout out to I was gonna say, like, we've been saying this album gives us old school vibes, and he had a Odd Future feature on that, Damo Genesis. I love Genesis. I love what he brings to the table as far as like he's a cool laid back rapper, sometimes talks about stony baloney stuff, stoner shit. And I feel like he's found a way, even in his lane, he progressed. I used to not really mess with him solo, I used to mess with a few tracks, but he dropped a few dope projects on his own. It's great to see them working together. He hasn't really been working with a lot of people from Odd Future as far as like getting whole features. They might do some background stuff or pop up in videos, but that was a throwback. Like I really love that. That was a cool moment. Like I said, like it was almost like, I wouldn't say fan service, but it felt like it was like, man, if I'm gonna go back rapping, I'm gonna get back to my bag as far as working with certain people and bringing back a certain vibe, and that added to it. Yeah, man. I mean, I miss when Odd Future was all ganging up. Like, I want him and Earl Sweatshirt get on the track eventually again, stuff like that. That would be awesome.
Yeah, Domo was cool. He added a lot to that track. Most of the features killed their tracks. I want to go back to Run It Up because I feel like Tizo. This really made me a Tizo Touchdown fan. I did not know who Tizo Touchdown was before this.
Yeah,
but, I listened to him on this album. I went back and I listened to his most recent singles. I watched him on Kenny Beats the Cave. And Tizo's dope as fuck. He sounded like, some character out of like Nintendo or some shit, like on Legend of Zelda, like moaning like he does on the track.
Yeah.
But he actually hits like some really nice, like, vocals, and he's got some range and shit. His ad-libs on here, Tyler's ad-libs on here were amazing on this Run It Up track. Running from the whip or running from the belt like I'm about to get hit or something like that.
Yeah.
Like shit like that. Like
he's always hilarious. Yeah.
He was funny. He was funny as fuck. I think it helped Tyler be more funny on the track because Tizo was on there. And they were just having fun with it. Like, this album is like halfway serious, halfway funny. And I love this album for that because, it exudes Tyler's personality and how, like, just out of whack.
Igor, like I said, Igor and Flower Boy, even though like they were dope, amazing, like I said, probably his best projects, they were really more serious. I mean, he was still playful some of the tracks, but like, songs like Boredom, I mean, he always had tracks like that back in the day, but I feel like with the production and how much he matured and the
so
topics,
grand.
It was so grand, it was so focused, and I feel like this, he just laid back, got dope features, dope beats, and just went back to work. And
Thanks.
I mean, yeah, a little theme, just like Wolf. You have a little theme, you have little skits and stuff, but really, it's all about the music. You know what I'm saying? There's certain little connections you can make, but
y'all can't talk about features and not y'all glossed over Lil Wayne. Actually,
we did.
No, I did. I brought it up on how.
Go ahead, AC.
I
talk about that Lil Wayne real quick.
Y'all glossed over Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne. He jumped back in his bag for a quick second. I was surprised. I was like, "This is Wayne."
Yeah,
this is 2001 Wayne.
You don't remember Smuckers, bro? So I feel like when Tyler hits Lil Wayne up, he's like, "Bring me this certain vibe, Wayne." I think he said that with Smuckers. So again, he hit up Kanye again too, but I guess Kanye probably didn't want to show up. He probably didn't want to rap about this stuff. He wanted to talk about God. So he was missing. I wanted a Kanye feature.
Which is good. Shout out to Kanye, man.
Yeah,
stick to your.
We know what's up.
Hey, stick to your truth, King.
Yep.
But yeah, Lil Wayne, he went off, bro. It was good. Like, it was a good mesh between these two. Like, it was like they matched each other perfectly. Bro,
even on he was on Fireboy too, right? The Seeds.
He was.
Yeah,
he was on Dropping Seeds.
Dropping Seeds.
Yep, he was on Smuckers. He was on Dropping Seeds. He wasn't on Igor though.
Nah,
but he came back on this one, bro. He was like you said, like 2000s Wayne. Like, he was dropping punchline after punchline, and then when that flow switch happened, when he said, "I'm about to eat me a hoe," and it like went down, bro, he killed it, bro.
Yeah.
He showed that he can flow like anybody, he can rap like anybody. This nigga is still one of the best rappers alive.
I'm cool with Kanye and Lil Wayne alternating on Tyler albums. I mean, just give me a Kanye feature next time. Because think about it, Tyler was on Tyler was on Fireboy, Kanye was on Ego on Puppet, and then we got this. So next album, just give me a Kanye feature, make up for it, man. That's all I gotta say. We got a little Uzi Vert on this. I'm on Juggernaut. I mean, I know.
Carter's boy, AC's boy.
Hey, Uzi get you in a place, man. Uzi get you in a fun vibe.
I messed with it. I like that track. That was a cool.
I did too.
Track.
It was cool.
The energy on that track was dope. That really reminded me of like Trash Wing or something like that, but it was actually like a track because
AC was hating on Pluto, baby Pluto, but he said Uzi gets you in the mood, bro.
It's different. He gets you in a vibe.
He gets you in a vibe,
man. It's because Future,
bro.
But I feel like, and then Pharrell killed that. It sounded like it sounded like. I mean, I don't know if Pharrell worked on the beat, but I know Tyler's influenced by Pharrell, so maybe he made it sound like that on purpose. But when the little it wasn't lasers, but when those little sounds come in on that part and stuff, like, he made it sound perfect when Pharrell came in. Uzi just kind of like set the tone for Pharrell to come in and kill that track after Lil Wayne passed him the torch. I like that energy on that track.
I'm sure Pharrell has some sort of influence on it because he always be using them sounds, like he be using them different sounds and whatnot. Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised.
That was a dope little track right there.
Pharrell ran in 2000, so of course.
Him and Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. So, Rise was a great track as well. That was a great track. It was one of those just a chill Sunday song, like, you know what I'm saying? You just relax and you ain't nothing doing too much.
Yeah, he had some chill songs on here. It wasn't all aggressive, wasn't all in your face.
Nah.
How you gonna skip over Sweet and I Thought You Wanted to Dance, bro? How you
I mean, we kind of touched on it on the combo tracks, but no, that was
Brent Faiyaz killed that whole thing.
I was actually like, okay. I was like, Brent.
Yeah, okay.
Gravity was dope, but I wasn't expecting him to be doing all that on Tyler album. That was actually cool.
Bro, he done killed that thing. And the fact that it was a 9-minute long song and I listened to that song all the way through every single time is just like, wow, bro.
Tyler can do those. He's always
It's only Tyler.
He does those. He makes it work.
Only Tyler can do some shit like that.
Well, what?
So, side note, for real, I really do like DJ Drama yelling throughout the album, though.
I love it.
Yes.
Your brother.
It's just the energy, bro.
We got our toes out too.
He said back in the day, I want to get Gangsta Grillz mixtape. He got one, but it's an album, but it has that mixtape vibe. I mean, it's totally. If anything, that's the theme to this album. It's like that mixtape, old school. Like we just getting some beats and just killing them. Having fun. It just was fun. This was a fun project. It's not overthought. Like even him getting I think him getting YoungBoy, right? A lot of people were like, "Is it gonna work for Tyler? Tyler's too serious to get YoungBoy." Nah, let's make a cool, playful track. Tyler used to talk about how he used to like Chief Keef. Earl Sweatshirt talks about how he likes all these like trap rappers. It's not really that big of a deal. They can make it work if they want to compromise or do make their sounds work. It's just people be overthinking stuff. Like some of these features, I think before the album, people were overthinking and they're like, "Oh, it's not." People were like, "Tyler maybe gonna fall off because he's working with 42 Dugg and stuff." It's like, nah, bro. Tyler, if anybody can make it work, Tyler can make it work. It's like Travis Scott. You get certain people who are so talented.
Yeah, but he really do be bringing out the best out of people. But
Kanye,
facts. And DJ Drama on this whole thing is hilarious, bro.
Yeah,
he's just.
He's yelling.
That's what makes it funny, bro. He's just yelling, but he's saying the most outlandish shit. He be saying, "We in Geneva, and I'm eating this vanilla bean ice cream."
I think he's shooting. I think he was sending shots at DJ Khaled too. I mean, just doing that because he says DJ Khaled's annoying, yelling all over the album, but he lets DJ Drama do that because it's like, oh, he's a classic, I'm not comparing him, I'm just saying, like, obviously, he hates on DJ Khaled, but
this is different though because DJ Khaled does not add anything to the album. He just says ad-libs.
I feel like he did that on purpose. This is the perfect time. Think about it, because DJ Khaled was hating on Igor, so then you get another DJ to host your album, and it's crap. Like this was way better than DJ Khaled last time. I don't know about numbers or anything, but like, of course, it's like. I think that's another style, another level of it.
It's just the DJ, bro. I mean, like even the DJ who was DJing
He
just lit with them, right?
He probably wasn't even thinking about that. That's me thinking about that because I think that's a perfect job. Like, if anything, that's another cherry on top of this album. Like, yeah, I'm gonna get another DJ that's actually a legend in the hip hop game, and he's gonna yell on my album. It's gonna be actually fire. So, Wilshire, you want to talk about that? I like the lyrics of that track. You know, talking about how he hinted at, you know, I'm a bad person because I like to hit on people, taking people or someone with a boyfriend or something. What did he say on the album?
Take a nigga bitch because I'm a bad person.
Yeah, he says that line. And this song, he kind of goes into how he's like talking to someone who's taking the videos. Also, like he kisses a girl that's with some, like it's hinted on throughout this album.
Yeah. No, I mean, this album is just perfectly like constructed. Like you talking about, like, it's not a perfect album, but I feel like the themes on here are so well thought out that, like, bro, it just ties into itself. Every track you look at ties into the album. Like, it's honestly just perfectly constructed. Like, I love this album top down. This is my favorite album from Tyler in so long.
Really?
Like,
I mean, you think you like this more than Igor?
I like this better than Igor. I don't know if I like it better than Flower Boy yet, but it is definitely better than Igor for me.
Here's the thing for me. It hits different spots. I feel like Igor is the more thought out, deeper, like, this is me putting a lot of music and me not really trying to go into rap. It's almost like his like experimental album that really actually worked. And I really love that album. It had Earthquake. I mean, you look back at that album, that album has a lot of songs I really love. So I can't say that, you know. I think Igor is damn near perfect. I think the only thing with this album is it's not as, if I was looking for something deeper, I'm not getting that from this album.
You might not be getting
the deeper points make that album have a harder, you know.
The theming of that album, and, like, you know how, like, you know, short he cut it so that it was like perfect, like, for that is cool, right? But I like that this album is more raw and more personal. This album
I would say more personal though.
This album covers a general scope of Tyler that Igor does not cover. Igor covers a certain situation for Tyler and repeats and talks about his love life, right? But this album, I feel like, covers a broader spectrum of Tyler and is more relatable to me than that album Igor was, because, you know, I got so many lines from this album right here that, like, you know, relates to me. Like, you know, you talking about the intro to Manifesto where he's talking about religion and shit, and that ain't your religion. Your mama was just following her granny and she's obeying massa shit.
Like, I get what you're saying.
Those were connecting to me on deeper levels than Igor was connecting.
But Igor, I think it's, you know, pick your poison, whatever you're into, because I think Igor had a lot of songs, you know, of course. It was more about, it's almost like saying, I'm not gonna say they're on the same level, but I think Igor was almost like his 8 Ways to Heartbreak. It was really a heartbreak. It was about a heartbreak. It was about a love. It was about, you know, figuring out that, and it was a big moment. It's anger and sadness on that album. I feel like there was a lot of spectrums on that album. This one, I feel you, is different, but I don't know. But I can't argue with you because it's like, these are really good. They're all really good. Igor holds. I need more time with this. This just came out. You're right.
It just came out, but it's that good, bro.
Igor, I've had time to sit with and analyze and be like, yo, I really love this album, you know? So
we calling it a classic.
Yeah, already.
He already called it.
I fuck with that energy though, because this is a really great album. Like,
it's good though. Yeah, no, for real.
Like, I think it's easier, but it's better than J. Cole's. Right? Yeah, it's more.
Ooh, hot take.
I like that J. Cole project. I liked
it too. And you know what? I called the J. Cole project an instant classic, but this project.
You say that every album review.
I say it every album. Hey, Pluto, baby Pluto. J. Cole.
Okay, yeah.
Baby Pluto.
I had to throw that in there.
Safari was a good closer.
It was a good closer.
Good closer, good, you know, way to send out the album. I feel like he's always good with the closers, and like we say in the intros, he sets the tone, he ends it with the mic drop. Like, this is what it is.
Yep. Hey, if you got the physical CD, you heard Fishtail.
The Flex.
I'm the only one who's heard Fishtail out of this whole group because these niggas ain't bought the physical. Yeah. But Fishtail's a fire ass track. It just does not work as an outro like Safari does. I wish Safari was on the physical because Fishtail is not a perfect closer. It just feels like a bonus track, and it replaced Safari on the physical. So, you know, whatever. Look it up on YouTube. It's a dope track. You can add that onto your YouTube playlist or whatever.
I mean, you know, and I think you like Flower Boy more than Igor. which is fine.
Definitely,
which is fine. I would think they're damn near on the same par. But I don't think
they're far. I don't think they're far from each other.
I don't think this is better than Flower Boy either. But this hits harder. Like this is more like I could just play this, like I said, when I'm around people and I'm chilling. I can't with Flower Boy, but I find this because of the features, because of the sound, DJ drama hyping you up. Like it's just more of a casual listen, which is fine. I feel like some projects are better in that lane. I just think give it more time. I might be on your wave though, because I'm really messing with this. I've been playing it every day. I've been playing damn near the whole thing, or sometimes like for certain tracks. But yeah.
We ain't gonna talk about how badass Tyler's mama is.
Oh yeah, that little skit, especially.
Oh my gosh,
he used to talk stuff about his mama back in the day, so it's always dope to see him showing love now. Like even when he won an award, he's like, "Mom, come up here." That man. He kind of remind that Eminem influence, but he don't really do that no more. It was dope to see him have his mom talk shit for him. Basically, like if anybody kind of reminded me of my mama, or maybe probably a lot of black mamas. Yeah.
But anyways, bro, yeah, I really love this album. Does anybody have anything else they want to say about the album that we want to bring up?
Nah, I mean, pretty much all I'm gonna say, man, is man, Tyler got another one with this, man. If you want some, I feel like if you want to, I assume everyone's into Tyler at this point, but if for some reason you're not and you're just trying to check out Tyler, I think this is a good project to get into him, because all his older stuff, even though he's rapping like he was, I'm not saying Tyler's like the best lyricist, but I'm saying like as far as like he's rapping, he's putting bars together, he's spitting, he's being witty. Those are kind of toxic, kind of immature. If you want to hear that in the grand, like in the mature scale, this is a good starter project, because I feel like Igor is a little weird. Fireboy is cool, but Fireboy's hella soft. This is just like casual. Put this on the whip, slap it.
Yeah,
I like this. You play this around niggas. I don't know about the other albums. You play this around niggas. I said
you play Igor around niggas, you're gonna get socked.
Yeah, you can play this around niggas, and I feel like Tyler's music, he been wanting to do that for a minute. Because I remember back in the day, he'd be like, "I don't have black fans. Where my black fans at all the time?" He got black fans now. He better after this album. He get YoungBoy on this album.
He getting some. He ain't got. they ain't flocking yet, but he getting some.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Anyways, bro, I agree with Ray. If you want to get into Tyler now, this is the perfect time. I feel like the older versions of Tyler, you had to grow up with him to like understand it. So now, like, if you're like an old man, you're trying to listen to this, you like mature as fuck, you should listen to this album, because Tyler really rapping, really spilling his soul on a whole project for you to like, relate to him. Because as a Tyler fan, my whole adolescent life and like now adult life is I can see a lot of the stuff on here that he's been spitting since I started listening to him. And stuff that he believes he's kept on believing, and he keeps on putting it down on this album. This album is super relatable to me. I love this album. This is my favorite album of the year so far. No bar none. There's nobody else who dropped an album that's better than this year. Fuck with it.
Man.
Please.
I mean, man, you sleeping on that Mac Homie and some of that other stuff.
Nigga,
that's crazy.
You gotta give it time.
That was hard.
It's close.
But this came out, man. But I love you got the merch on and stuff. I can't even hate.
He do got the merch, but that Mac Homie was crazy.
Yeah, it was some really. Hey,
that Mac Homie was crazy. You tripping? But hey, no, just to watch Tyler's his evolution, his growth is crazy. He came out, bro. He was, what was it? When would he come out? He started hitting the scene in 2000,
like 2010.
I would say 9.
2009,
okay, 2010. My father didn't pull out.
Yeah, 2009, 2010. That's crazy. So he's been in the game for a minute. Man, young cats that want to check him out, bro. I honestly would just urge people to go listen to his old stuff to his new stuff. Like listen to all his projects just so you can watch how he changed and grew in the rap game. It's kind of crazy to see. So I mean, this man went from eating cockroaches, saying to I'm walking paradigm, whatever he was saying, bro, to this, bro. So
hey, you was hating. We're not gonna speak on it then. I was trying to put you on.
I was hating, bro. I was not about it. I was not about Tyler. I was like, bro, this man is crazy. He was outlandish, bro. This man was acting up, bro. He was crazy. But he openly admit that. He's like, bro, I was 23. I was just wilding. I was out here. I didn't even know what to do. But now,
did.
you know,
He did. He said it on the album too. He said he apologized to Selena for saying he wanted to fuck her shit raw. So, you know.
thank you for that, Deadly. Thank you for that. But yeah, man, check out all his stuff just so you can see how this man has changed, man. He's involved. So, man, shout out to Tyler. This was a great album. But it ain't the album of the year. Sorry, Deadly, bro. But boy.
We might change that at the end of the year. I don't know. We gotta do this mid
Niggas they really living what they living. They fake. The way that my copy be spitting is so crazy, bro.
He just be talking and it just sounds fire
it's
though.
Doom in 2020, bro. Like when I really was sitting with Doom in 2021, when I was really sitting with that project, I'm like, bro, he really said hard. Doom. He said Doom died. Westside Gun. He hit up Westside Gun. He's like, bro, can you just give me those beats you was trying to do an album with Doom with? Killed that shit. Cause remember, Westside Gun wanted to do an album with MF Doom.
I didn't know that.
They put out a song together on SoundCloud. He was talking like they were gonna put an album out. It never came out, bro. I bet this man was like, I don't got MF Doom, but I got MF Doom in 2021. Because Mac Homie be sounding like doing something the way he just be like talking.
Bro, that album is tough though.
It's tough.
Hey, circle back to that one, Deadly, because you bugging.
We gonna close. If you like this video, make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe. Add us on Twitter at the Hip Hop Babies Pod. Add us on Instagram, the Hip Hop Babies Podcast. Like, add us on everything, bro. If you fucking with us, you know, subscribe. Like, help us with the algorithm. I need more people to view this shit. Like, we put our heart and soul into this review. If you fucking with us, you know, just keep on doing it, bro. Because I love y'all and we all love y'all.
Sir.
We just gonna keep doing this shit for y'all. So.
Yes, sirski. Yes, sirski. Man, well, I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Check us out for more album reviews. They coming. We got some heat coming. As long as the artists keep dropping, we gonna drop. So we here. Yeah, appreciate y'all.
It's about that time, man. It's summertime. People dropping. We got tours coming. It's crazy. Yeah. I'm ready, man. But yeah, as usual, thank y'all for listening. You know, join the Discord, join all that shit. As Debbie said, we're trying to keep it popping. We're trying to keep it lit. Like I said, it's about to be a hella more drops. So we about to have a hella more reviews for y'all. Stay tuned. Thank y'all. Peace.